The way ranked works right now, at least high level play, is the off tanks are really strong. Okay, so let me show you. So the off tanks are strong. The tanks that are most played right now in GM Plus is D.Va, Sigma, Zarya, Winston. Sigma is probably the best overall, but Luz is kind of hard to rush. And when you play in rush, is Zarya. You don't play Ryan. Ryan is bad. Ryan is very bad. Some ways you can make it work. Really like high level players can like just be like play it like TDM style. Like I think Cloudy plays it like flank style, but like it doesn't work as traditional Ryan. And to be honest with you, flank Reinhardt's kind of boring to me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If I play Ryan, I like to play traditional style. I like to be the front runner. It's just always how I've liked it. It's not good to do though right now. Zarya is just better. So when someone picks Zarya to counter Sigma and rush you down, to beat Zarya, you go Winston. The reason you go Winston to beat Zarya is because, one, you don't give her much charge on her bubbles while also tasing her teammates because they're playing rush. They're playing grouped up as if a brawl comp you would play with Ryan, right? Everyone plays grouped up with Ryan. Same thing happens with Zarya. It's the off-tank version of Ryan. So you're giving less charge to the Zarya. You have the bubble that keeps her charge from actually melting people for a little bit. And you're mobile, so you can go deep, and you force her to turn around. When you force Zarya to turn around, she doesn't have a shield for her people behind her. She doesn't know what's happening. She can end up getting caught out of position really hard. So Winston actually ends up popping off versus Zarya. Now, to beat Winston, you go D.Va. D.Va shits on Winston. Winston's one thing right now is being good against Zarya and sorta okay in Sigma, but honestly, Zarya's just way better against Sigma, so just play Zarya. So you play D.Va to blow up the Winston. D.Va overall is exceptionally powerful right now, and even good versus Sigma in some ways on some certain maps. But regardless, though, this is like the rock, paper, scissors, is these four characters. That's it. So you play Sigma on things like Circuit Royale that are very long sight lines, and you poke them out very slowly. Then on things like Lijiang Control, you can play Zarya and rush them down, basically like the way you would play Rhine, and that would beat the Sigma comps. Now on maps like Ilios, where it's a little bit more spread out, but still kind of control-y, and they're running Rush, you play Winston, and you don't give that much charge to the Zarya, keep her kind of out of the fight a little bit, and also deal with her teammates until they go D.Va, and then you swap either to Zarya or you swap back to Sigma. And that's it. You're good to go. That's why a tier list isn't going to work, because it depends on the map where you start. On the maps like Circuit Royale, Sigma. Junkertown, Sigma. Gibraltar, probably Winston or D.Va. Most likely D.Va, because D.Va's the safer pick, because you're probably going to pick these two anyway. So you pick D.Va because Winston loses to D.Va, so you might as well just start D.Va, because if you start Winston, you're going to have to swap to D.Va anyways. So start D.Va, right? Like, it depends on each map. I'd have to go through each map and go through them individually to show you. That's why a tier list isn't going to totally work. It has to be a much longer form content. And then even beyond that, if you pick D.Va and then they end up picking Sombra, let's say Sojourn, you need to go back to Winston, unless they have a D.Va, because you're just going to get hacked on cooldown, and you need the extra armor that Winston provides, plus his bubble, because D.Va's DM being down for that long just makes her too unviable. It just makes her scary. Like, she's just not going to do as much. But at the same time, though, if the Sombra sucks, you can get away with it. Like, it's, you know what I mean? There is a bajillion fucking things. That's why a basic tier list, even though I could probably farm views off of it, I, in good faith, can't do it. Not for something like that. Tier list, I can make you say, oh, this character's good or this character's bad. I've already done that, though. I already made a tier list like that. There might be some slight things that aren't, like, totally right with it, and, like, other things that could be better. If Doomfist was back in Overwatch 1 controls with his current damage, would he be better? Why would Doomfist get all of his same stuff in Overwatch 2 was Overwatch 1?
If I can't watch for 6 hours straight but I still watch 6 hours total, do I get the second drop?
As long as you claim the first one, yeah. Make sure you claim your first one. You have to claim each one. If you don't claim the first one when you get it, then you have to keep watching. You have to claim it. Did you see today's thumbnail for my YouTube video? Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was an interesting one. MGW 6 months. Chory things of the Prime as well. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was an interesting one, to say the least.
You don't know when to quit.
Mission ults being used differently. Care to elaborate? I'm not going to go into every single ult being used right now. No shot in hell. That would take forever. That's got to be its own separate thing.
You really underestimating me?
My account is connected and is not showing up in the hero gallery. Do you get the skin after the event? No, you should have it already. If you don't have it already, then there's a problem. Check around. Make sure double check, triple check, quadruple check. Because everyone else has gotten it. If yours isn't, it's likely not a you problem. It's likely a human error problem. More likely than not. If it's not, then you're going to have to contact Blizzard support. Because I am not Blizzard support. I like Monkey way more. True. Dude, I think Ryan's just terrible. I think Zarya's just a million times better. Dude, all the fucking Zarya players just bully me the entire time. Like, you swing on them once or twice, they get 80 energy, and then they're just like... And it's just like, well, alright, well, GG. Go back to spawn. See you later. Not like I'm fucking shielding off any damage anyways. Shroud's playing a Rush 2 at the moment. See a hashtag ad? I thought I saw you had a hashtag ad.
Flats. I just called to say.
You got rolled by a Ryan and Zarya last night?
My boy, Tazzy Cole. Dragons are better than
question
dinosaurs.
though.
Kick dog.
Were your supports dog shit that game? Because I am fully convinced. Not fully convinced, sorry. I'm like 60 to 70% convinced that tank is no longer the strongest role. It's actually flex support. I swear, every time I've had good support players, it's like I could just sit there and just AFK and we win the game. D.Va, yeah, true, D.Va's exceptionally good. So, this is my theory on how the fucking rock, paper, scissors gun is Sigma. Play Sigma first, except in those, like, dive maps. Zarya beats Sigma. Winston beats Zarya. D.Va beats Winston. Sigma good against D.Va. And then you just fucking keep that cycle going the whole game. just keep fucking rotating on him. And you'll pretty much win the fucking mid battle. I swear. That's my theory. Also, the thing that is annoying about Ryan, I've realized, is the fucker's just so tanky that you can just sit there and AFK. Like, I've lost multiple games on Ryan to other Ryan players that, like, genuinely are fucking dog shit because they just sit there and they don't move. And they just literally sit there and play their health pool and play their shield pool, barely swing back, barely do anything else. They just sit there and exist for so long. I get fucking annoyed, and I either try to pin them out or I try to go past them, and then I end up losing for it. Like, I sit there for like a minute and just nothing happens. They don't even swing back. They just sit there and they just fucking completely just shield, jump back, shield, health, shield, health, shield. It's just awful. The best is just to charge around and drift with Tokyo Drift. True. Actually, so true. But dude, the 2225 HP thing is so dog shit. Dude, I can't even tell you how many Reapers I've pinned. Like, there's all these fucking Reapers that are just like TPing in the weirdest places. I like actual NPCs, and I've perfectly timed them constantly to pin them, and I hit the wall and then they fucking fade away. And it's like, bro, like, dude, it's ass. It's like, dude, I fucking send myself across the map for this kill and I don't even get it. Damage from charge wasn't needed. Yeah, it's one of those abilities that you have to like send yourself in. It has to be high risk, high reward. It's high risk, low reward now, or medium reward.
Gives an indication on which heroes are the strongest, but it can be a cause for toxicity where if someone doesn't pick the S tier heroes from their favorite content creator, they think it gives them an excuse to be toxic because they are, quote, not educated. SMH.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think you're like totally wrong. I think that's a little serious for what is considered a tier list. You running solo today? Yeah, I'm gonna be soloing today. Anyways, it's more just like if I was gonna make a piece of content like that, it needs to be a little bit more informed because I think it'd be much more helpful that way. Who beats Reinhardt? Literally all the tanks, except Doomfist and Junker Queen. Even Arissa kind of bullies Ryan. I think Zarya is better than Ryan, but I mean, there also could be. I think honestly, I think it comes down a little bit to your support players when you play Ryan. Like if you have really fucking good support players, I think you can play Ryan pretty well. But that requirements, like needing better players on your backline than their backline, is like the RNG role of that is unbelievable.